menu here. My name is Jennifer Cunningham, and on behalf of the Jane Doe Inc. Board, the Development Committee, and our fabulous host committee, I'm thrilled to be here with my colleague, Stephanie Lee, to welcome you to our first annual Spring into Action benefit. For the past 13 years, I've worked as a Senior Vice President at Bank of America in our nonprofit sector, and I've been serving on Jane Doe's Development Committee for the past 2 years. And it's given me a great opportunity to work with and be inspired by people like Stephanie, along with many other dedicated volunteers. The Jane Doe community is built upon strength and unity, paved with commitment and compassion. If you are one of those volunteers, please wave your hand so we can take a moment to recognize and applaud your efforts. Opportunity to absorb a beautiful view. Our hope today was to create an atmosphere which reflects awareness, community, and an understanding of the vital work and efforts Jane Doe is leading. The absolute core of this organization is driven by one of the most basic forms of human rights, the right to live without the fear or experience of violence, to be loved and to be whole. There is something so simplistic yet so profound about this statement. When I think about this statement, so many emotions surface. But the spotlight shines brightly upon the notion of unnecessary suffering. To be involved and to contribute towards an organization whose sole purpose is to lead efforts to preserve this basic human right is an honor and a privilege. Being involved with Jane Doe enables me to create awareness with my friends and family, but most importantly to me with my 3 children. While they've seen me as a professional operating in corporate America for many, many years, I want to give them a greater appreciation for the good that can be achieved by individuals who choose to take action. We all know the famous saying, it takes a village, and with that, I am pleased to work alongside a role model who is bright, articulate, and dedicated to advancing this purposeful work. Stephanie.
I have to tell you, I've been involved with Jane Doe for about 10 years. I've served on the board and I've been chair of the development committee, and we've done a lot in that period of time. And I've worked on this breakfast for just about that amount of time. And this is the most impressive group. And thank you to the BC Club for hosting us today. It's just wonderful having you all here and sharing in this day and this moment. We have a really special program today because we are going to be honoring 2 very special community leaders. This year's honorees are really amazing people. Yvonne Abraham from the Boston Globe and Matt Fishman from Partners Healthcare. They really lead by example in their storytelling and in their community leadership. I also care about this issue a lot myself. I am lucky to work for a company. I work for Verizon. I got to know Jane Doe through the Verizon Foundation and through our Hopeline programs. And it started that we were funding this work. It's important to our business. We employ 160,000 people. Domestic violence and sexual assault is something that not only affects our employees and their families, but it affects our customers and our communities. It really knows no boundaries. So the more I got involved, the more I want to do. And I know the people who are here, I see many of you here every year, and you dedicate so much of your time, energy, and resources to this. And others are new to this, and thank you for opening your minds and your hearts to this issue. I have to, before we move on to the agenda, we're going to see a video where we have some very special people who have been working with us and dedicating a lot of their time. They're going to tell their stories and why they get involved. And I also want to give a special thank you to our sponsors today who made this possible. A special thank you to our friends over at Partners Healthcare, who actually came through with a commitment that brought us over our goal today, which is really exciting. One of our other platinum sponsors, the TJX Foundation, thank you. sponsor the Boston Globe. They've been running some ads about the work of Jane Doe this breakfast, and we'll do more social justice ads with us. Thank you all for being here. I would be remiss. We're very fortunately joined by the Lieutenant Governor, Karen Guido. So we promise we'll get you out around 9 o'clock, but you don't want to miss what she has to say. We're very fortunate that the Lieutenant Governor has taken a leadership role and has joined Jane Doe and our member programs, victims and survivors across the state, really advocating for resources and solutions to this issue that does affect so many of us. So thank you so much for your leadership. On with the program.
So I feel like I'm finally over a hump and I'm wearing grown-up shoes, and that's kind of exciting. Because saying, let's make it as late in May as we can, because I really want to walk here today. What a beautiful room. I'm Debra Robbin, I'm the Executive Director of JDI, and I'm just delighted to be here. So many friends and colleagues and new friends and partners. I want to thank Stephanie and Jennifer for such a wonderful welcome, and for the people who worked on our host committee, our board. Huge thank you to all of you for being here and supporting Jane Doe. And most of all, by being here, you're part of a larger community in Boston, in Massachusetts, in the country, in the world, working to end sexual and domestic violence and creating a culture of respect, equity, and justice. Simple words with lots of deep meanings. Together, we are springing into action. I also want to do a shout out to our board members who are here, to our Jane Doe member programs who are here, and to many of the other partners we work with, our donors, stakeholders, people in government who work with us every day. We feel so privileged that we can call upon you to work with us on so many different things. We believe in the collective power of coalition. It might be an old concept, but it really does work. And with our member programs across the state, from rural communities to urban centers, we work together with you, all of us, to support survivors, to believe them, to advocate for responsive policies and systems, and to challenge the social norms that foster gender-based violence. Our work is grounded in the belief that our power is in our collective voices. And we know that the values we embrace and support are so important, more now than ever. Today is about celebration. It has been such a pleasure to learn more about our honorees who are receiving the Justice in Action Award today. It's been a really pleasurable process, and Matt Fishman and Yvonne Abraham, you just totally deserve this day. Thank you. And we will all learn more about you in a little bit. But each of you has made such a difference in the lives of survivors in ways that is very deep and meaningful. And now I'm really pleased to share something with you that will give you a little bit more info about Jane Doe. We're doing a new video, hot off the press, and I want to thank Andy Robinson, our videographer, Lori Lennon, for your work on this piece, and to Ms. Levin and for working with us on giving us some space, but also to the dedicated folks who are in this video who felt compelled to share their perspectives about Jane Doe and this work.